So Ben Shapiro had some dumb stuff to say about the retirement age.
Ben?
Yeah, well, you know what happened is he got his new Groucho Marx eyebrows, and he decided to might not be funny.
I buy the same brand of eyebrows that he gets. I buy Lee Press-on eyebrows, and
that is what it looks
I
like.
get him in chestnut brown. He gets a black.
So here's what he says about Social Security and the retirement age. Listen to this.
And let's be real about this. It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age in the United States.
It's insane.
Is it cuckoo caca?
It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age. By the way, we have raised the retirement age. The retirement age's been raised to 67. Most people don't know that.
Right.
But what they have Americans upset about is Dylan Mulvaney, right? Everybody knows about that, but nobody knows that their Social Security age got raised to 67, including him. And by the way, did you know that the mandatory age for retirement in Israel has also been raised to 67?
Yeah, on the 12th.
In Israel, it's mandatory to retire and then collect a pension. Is that bonkers to you, Ben? Bet it's not.
Yeah, no, that they have to make people, you know, how we have all these old people in government, those other places just staying there in their jobs, and then the millennials and the whatever can't get a job. Israel doesn't allow that. And because so many people have been killed fighting the war in Gaza, they go, okay, old people, you can work till you're 67 because we know your kids might have been killed fighting. It's just like a whole different standard for Ben's first love.
Here we go.
And let's be real about this. It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age in the United States. It's totally crazy. Joe Biden, if that were the case, Joe Biden should not be running for president. Hey, Joe Biden is 81 years old. The retirement age in the United States at which you start to receive Social Security and you are eligible for Medicare is 65. Joe Biden has technically been eligible for Social Security and Medicare for 16 years, and he wants to continue in office until he is 86, which is 19 years past when he would be eligible for retirement. No one in the United States should be retiring at 65 years old. Frankly, I think retirement itself is a stupid idea unless you have some sort of health problem.
Unless you have some sort of...
Oh, wow.
Unless you have some sort of health problem at 65 years old. If nothing else, this video proves that Ben Shapiro has never asked anyone over 65, so how's your health? Unless you have some sort of a health problem at 65 years old. I'm 58. I take a table full of pills every day. A table full. I don't know. And people would... Anyway,
also he basically proves the president's not a real job.
Yeah,
like that's what that shows me.
Yeah, we're talking about
a senile guy could do it forever.
So hang on? Let's go back to this.
Everybody that I know who is elderly, who has retired, is dead within 5 years. And if you talk to people,
my dad retired. My dad was a cop and he worked in masonry, did brickwork, and he did 2 jobs, sometimes 3, his whole life until 57. And his dad retired when he was 62, died like 6 months later. So my dad thought he was going to die because he was the firstborn. So my dad made sure he retired when he was 57. He worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3, his whole life. Retired at 57 as soon as he could. He didn't wait to max out his retirement. He retired as soon as he could. He ended up living till he was 94. So this idea that most people when they retire die 5 years later, again, he's just making shit up.
Why is Dick Cheney alive?
Exactly.
Why the fuck is Dick Cheney still alive? Besides science,
he's just
magic.
making shit up. Okay.
Who are elderly and they lose their purpose in life by losing their job and they stop working?
You know, most people I know, if they lose their job, they don't lose their purpose in life. They get to then go discover their purpose in life. Because they've been having to pay bills their whole goddamn life, working a job that doesn't inspire them. Most people don't sit in front of a camera.
Yeah. Does he not know cashiers or something?
Do you not, right, exactly. Do you not know waitresses and waiters and cashiers and bartenders and bricklayers and firemen? Do you really want a 75-year-old fireman? Do you really want a 75-year-old truck driver? These people get to retire and then find another purpose in life. They get to have a great second act. This is called living in a bubble. This is like the right-wing version of Bill Maher. Like he can't get, the only people he talks to are the people who drive him places or cook his food or clean his house. He doesn't really know it. He doesn't really know anything. Do you really think maids at hotels want to keep working when they're 75 years old? Do you really think so? Do you really think valets want to keep parking cars? What the fuck?
He's as dumb as a Hollywood actress he would criticize.
That's exactly right.
Olivia Wilde made a movie called Don't Worry, Darling, which is god-awful. It's like the Matrix for clams. And the whole thing is these women are in a matrix, and instead of having their full-time careers, they want to have the thing makes them think they're having a really happy suburban life where they just do whatever they want and have sex a lot with them. And that's the nightmare scenario, because she doesn't have a nightmare job where that would be great for her. She is like an actress. And he's exactly like those people.
Things go to hell in a handbasket real quick. But put all of that aside, just on a fiscal level and on a logical level. When Franklin Delano Roosevelt established 65 as the retirement age, the average life expectancy in the United States was 63 years old.
Right.
Today, the average life expectancy in the United States is close to 80.
Okay. Okay. He doesn't even know that it's gone backwards. So it used to be close to 80. Now is it 75 now?
Yeah, it's lowered considerably.
It went the other way. Our life expectancy is now going backwards.
Oh, also 67 is the retirement age, you fucking
And
moron.
67 is the retirement age.
But even if it wasn't, even if his numbers were right, yeah, we should wring some more productivity out of the elderly.
It's just crazy.
I mean, what? Oh, you have more life? Well, I guess you can work longer.
We could go, hey, I don't
send your money to Ukraine.
The people who want to retire from being greeters at Walmart, they won't have a purpose in their life afterwards. Okay, here we go.
It's totally insane that you believe that you should be able to work from the time that you are essentially 20 to the time that you are 65, which is a 45-year period, pay in, and then you will receive Social Security benefits sufficient to support you and your family, you and your wife or whatever, for like another 20 years. That's crazy talk.
Israel has it.
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
They have mandatory retirement at 67.
We pay for it.
And we give them billions of dollars. I wonder if he would criticize that about Israel.
That is not fiscally sustainable.
It is. Oh my God.
It's 100% is fiscally sustainable.
No, the war in Ukraine's not fiscally sustainable.
That's right. Exactly. How about spending $1 trillion on warfare that doesn't do anything for us except make us less safe? That's what is not fiscally sustainable.
I guess the genocide they're doing over there is also
fiscally sustainable.
The notion that if you have to raise the retirement age to 67 or 68, that everyone is going to fall apart. My parents are that age. My parents are not retired.
God damn it. They already did that, raised it to 67. God damn it.
And they shouldn't retire. It would be very bad for them to retire.
What do they do?
By the way, it's disrespectful.
Yeah, what do your parents do? I'm going to guess they're not dishwashers. They're not washing dishes at a restaurant, are
Dad's
they?
not a janitor?
Are they maids? Your dad's not a janitor?
He fixes cars or something?
Right? They're not. Does he drive a snowplow? What does your dad do?
It's something high up, because when
of course.
he's a little kid, he's playing violin. We played the video. Him playing violin as a little kid with what's his name? Larry.
We're not talking about people who put on a pressed shirt and a starched collar and sit behind a desk or in front of a camera. We're not talking about that. We're talking about most people.
So this is what I found. His mother was a TV company executive.
There you go.
And his father, David, worked as a composer.
Oh,
that's why he played Schindler's List so beautifully.
The hard work of being a composer. Boy.
Breaking a sweat.
He's still out there doing
it.
Still out there doing it.
Uniquely American.
67, 68, 69 years old to suggest that they are in the same shape as people who were 65 were in 1940. It's not true at all. Have you met a 65-year-old lately?
Have you?
65-year-olds are not old in the United States. They're not.
And they should be out there shoveling snow, digging ditches, driving trucks, washing dishes.
Until they die.
And laying brick. You want a 65, 70-year-old bricklayer?
Why is this even coming up like money's an object suddenly when it comes to this? I love that. Oh, we got to fiscally, we got to be responsible. All of a sudden, we got to have all this responsibility when they spend the money on you.
That's right. That's exactly right, Kurt. That's like a line right out of my act.
68-year-olds are not old in the United States. Again, Joe Biden thinks he's not old, and that dude is...
Says the 40-year-old guy.
I feel old. Listen to him.
I know. It says the 40-year-old guy sitting in front of a camera.
For president again, and that dude actually is old, and he's 81. I fail to see how a country in which our entire leadership class is 80 plus is telling you that we should have a retirement age of 65. It makes no sense at all.
Are you? The answer's not get rid of them. It's you work longer.
So Chuds of TikTok says Ben Shapiro is immediately wrong in this clip, and it invalidates the rest of his arguments. Ben, the current age of retirement for you to receive Social Security is 67. It's already the law. This is literally your job to know this stuff.
It used to be.
It used to be. Yeah, just keep working at your life forever. Never.
It's absolutely crazy.
Just keep. Say, Grandma, get out of that wheelchair and go work at Costco.
Remember that old lady that we covered her? She's a flight attendant because she has to take care of her adult handicapped son.
That's right.
She's like 76.
Yes.
I mean, if I had to be on my feet in a plane, I can't even sit in a plane and be okay.
I mean, this is amazing. So, Ben, you know that guy's never done, man. You ever drive a forklift? You want 70-year-old guys in warehouses driving forklifts, stacking pallets? I did that work.
I think I hate Harvard grads. I think I hate them.
Hang on. Ben Shapiro's sociopathic argument for slashing Social Security is what all wealthy donors and bought politicians believe, openly or not. They will gladly work us to death unless we stop them.
Yeah, Ben, you didn't know AI was going to replace all the people and then we're going to be the useless class? You're not familiar with that, Ben? Because he's on board for all that shit.
Did you know your purpose in life is to work? I didn't know that. Thank you, Ben.
You know,
that's your purpose in life.
If you want to do that, you should be able to do it. You shouldn't be forced to do it because you'll be in the street at 67.
So here's what Donald Trump has to say. Donald Trump kind of agrees with him.
Have you changed your outlook on how to handle entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, Mr. President? It seems like something has to be done, or else we're going to be stuck at 120% of debt to GDP forever.
So first of all, there is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting, and in terms of also the theft and the bad management of entitlements, tremendous bad management of entitlements. There's tremendous amounts of things and numbers of things you can do.
So first he says cut. He doesn't say, but first he says that you can cut it. And then he says, we'll manage it better. So at least that's a little bit of a better, and I'm into managing it better.
We'll cut down the waste. That'll be great, but cut out some other waste first. How about that?
So when people say they want to, Social Security is going to be insolvent, you hear a lot of people say that, right? You see a lot, I hear a lot of libertarians say that. Well, Social Security is not going to be there for kids. Okay, do you know why? First of all, it is. Second of all, if you're a billionaire and you stop paying you don't pay 6%. So most people pay like 6% Social Security tax. Well, if you make over $160,000, that stops. You don't actually keep paying in over $160-something thousand. So a millionaire actually ends up paying about 1% of their income into Social Security, whereas everybody else pays about 6% into Social Security. Do you see? So now if you get rid of that, then Social Security completely solvent without doing anything for the next 75 years. So if you just have billionaires pay the same exact rate as and millionaires pay the exact same rate as everyone else, then for the next 75 years, which I bet our planet's not going to be here in 75 years, so Social Security will be here till the end of the planet.
Put a powdered wig on them and those knee socks and put their heads in a goddamn guillotine and go, hey, do you want to chip in or what do you want to do for the French way? That's what I advocate.
That's what I ad. So people don't know that. People don't know that after your income hits $165,000, you don't pay into Social Security anymore. They don't. So if you make $1 million, you're done paying into Social Security by March. Every year, you're done. You don't pay. Whereas everyone else pays 6% of their income for the whole year. So if
what
you
a
just
shitbomb country this
so
is,
if you just the richest people in the world pay in the least. So if we got rid of that and we made it, they have to pay in just like everyone else. Then we would have. So that idea that Social Security isn't going to be solvent, won't be. It's all a lie. Okay.
You know, he didn't say that shithole country thing. I don't believe he did. Someone claimed that. But America's the shithole. We are the shithole country.
We are the shithole country.
Go take a fucking look around if you don't believe me.
So Biden-Harris headquarters, which I hate this Twitter account.
Yeah, great idea with the devil eyes on Biden.
But they said MAGA supporter Ben Shapiro calls for raising the retirement age or ending retirement altogether, echoing Trump's plan to cut Social Security. Frankly, I think retirement itself, by the way, the cutting Social Security is bipartisan.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is in favor, because I'm going to show you in a second. Yeah. And you heard what Trump just said.
He thinks retirement's stupid, by the way. The fake Biden, that's not obviously him.
So this guy who's, I guess he is MAGA, this guy says Ben Shapiro does not speak for Trump and the MAGA movement. President Trump has made it crystal clear that he will not cut Social Security and Medicare. All Biden does is lie. So
that's not Biden, by the way.
So
obviously.
So I just played you what Trump said. He sounds a little wishy-washy on that. He said, yeah, you could cut Social Security and Medicare. He said it. And then he said, well, you could manage it.
By the way, I think retirement is a stupid idea. Why is Biden, the senile guy, supposedly saying that to me? So you're not a good guy to advertise not retiring. Your brain doesn't work.
So here's Biden in 2018. Here's what he said.
Paul Ryan was correct. When he did the tax code, what's the first thing he decided we had to go after? Social Security and Medicare.
Yeah.
Now, we need to do something about Social Security and Medicare. That's the only way you can find room to pay for it.
Oh, we can't find the room.
Okay. So here's from Common Dream. So just to let you know that Joe Biden is also a piece of it. He says, so Democrats slammed Social Security board nominee over his history of supporting benefit cuts. Who did? Democrats in the U.S. Senate Finance Committee raised alarm Wednesday over the nomination of American Enterprise Institute senior fellow Andrew Biggs to serve on the Social Security Advisory Board, pointing to his long record of supporting and who recommended him to it? President Joe Biden.
In 2022.
He nominated him in 2022 and then renominated him last year following the end of the 117th Congress. In all fairness to Mr. Biggs, his views are not extreme outliers, Elizabeth Warren said. His plan is Republicans' plan.
Well,
Republican policymakers have spent years trying to undermine Social Security by pushing to reduce benefits, raise the retirement age, and cut payroll taxes that keep the program alive. And that's the guy that Joe Biden recommended for the Social Security Board.
So keep gibbering about capitalism, how the only alternative is communism, and we have a good. This is unbelievable. And by the way, why not you? How about this? Because it's so tight in the budget. Why don't you do what you do for all the other things that nobody fucking wanted and sneaky earmark it into a bill and pretend like you didn't, just like you did with the border bill.
That's right.
And then have the media go, "What? Don't you want to fix the border?" But really, they're saving Social Security secretly in there. Why don't you do the shit you would do for Ukraine or Israel? How about that idea?
Hey, did you know that 35% of Americans experience poor sleep quality? Well, I got to tell you, we started using Cozy Earth, right? That's what it's called, Cozy Earth. They have these sheets. They are, again, Steph didn't used to like what they're made from
bamboo,
made from the viscose from bamboo. Right. And Steph didn't like we had some bamboo sheets. She didn't like, these are our favorite sheets. I'm not making that up. I don't have to make it up. They're our favorite sheets. And they also regulate temperature. They give you a great night. I love these sheets. I love stuff from Cozy Earth. And that's I don't have to make that up to say it. So we got an exclusive offer for our listeners. Use the code Jimmy for 35% off at CozyEarth.com. Cozy Earth bedding products are crafted with temperature regulating technology. So if you go to CozyEarth.com, use the promo code Jimmy, you'll get 35% off. Plus, aren't these sheets guaranteed? Like, don't they guarantee them? Yeah, you can enjoy a 100-night sleep trial with a 10-year warranty on all purchases. What? So if you don't like it after 100 nights, you send it back? That's a decade of unparalleled comfort and support. Incorporating Cozy Earth products into your self-care routine can enhance your sleep quality and overall wellness. Treat yourself to the ultimate comfort with Cozy Earth bedding and sleepwear, and prioritize your self-care and sleep health. Head over to CozyEarth.com. Use the promo code Jimmy for an exclusive 35% off. Upgrade your nights, transform your days with Cozy Earth. And I can vouch for Cozy Earth. In fact, I have a Cozy Earth sheets on my bed right now, and I love them. Hey, come see us do a live stand-up show. We're going to be in Stockholm, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, London, Oslo, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, Cortland, New York, Oakmont, Pennsylvania, El Paso, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Edmonton, Alberta, Vancouver, British Columbia, and Denver, Colorado. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for those tickets.